The 2022-2023 Premier League season may have ultimately ended in disappointment for Arsenal. Despite a near-perfect first half of the campaign, Arsenal fell away during the last few weeks, allowing Manchester City to peep them to the Premier League title. The task for the Gunners this summer will be closing the gap between them and City, who have won 5 of the last 6 titles. Hi guys, welcome to Arsenal Fan Zones, the show that brings you the latest update as it concerns Arsenal. Again, if you're visiting this channel for the first time, please do well to hit on that subscribe button and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you get to be notified whenever there's a new video. Stick around as we bring you the latest transfer update from Arsenal. We start up on a very positive note where Arsenal forward Bukayo Saka has signed a new long-term deal at the club. The 21-year-old England international who joined as an 8-year-old has been a key figure in the last 2 campaigns, having already made 178 first-team appearances. Well, so far this season, Saka has scored 14 goals and registered 11 assists in all competition. His previous deal was due to expire at the end of the 2023-2024 season, and it was reported the new deal runs until 2027. Well, in a statement, Bukayo Saka said, "I'm just really happy. I think this is the right club, the right place to make the next step. It's a beautiful club. Look where we are. For me, it's about achieving my personal ambitions. Then I have the right people around me in terms of family, and when I come to the training ground, my teammates, the coaching staff." Saka, who has been nominated for this year's Premier League Player of the Season, joins goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale in signing a new deal at the Emirates. Well, according to Mikel Arteta, retaining our best young players is key to our continued progress, and Bukayo Saka represents such an important part of our squad now and in the future. In another development, Arsenal are reportedly preparing to begin talks with club captain Martin Odegaard over a new and improved contract. The ex-Real Madrid prodigy has led by example in his first full season with 15 goals and 8 assists in 35 Premier League appearances. Well, based on the records this season, only Gabriel Martinelli has scored as many Premier League goals for Arsenal in the current campaign as Odegaard, whose form has been invaluable to the Arsenal's unexpected title challenge. Odegaard's current contract expires in 2025, but according to the Evening Standard, an extension is in the pipeline. The report claims that the Norwegian's renewal will reflect his status as one of the Premier League's leading players, and he can expect a bumper pay increase in his fresh terms. Odegaard's current contract apparently includes a 1-year extension option until 2026, but Arsenal wants the captain to commit his long-term future to the club, and negotiations are expected to progress quickly. The 24-year-old is apparently settled in North London and wants to be at the forefront of another Premier League title push next year, which will be his 3rd full season as an Arsenal player. Odegaard initially made the switch to the Emirates on loan from Real Madrid for the second half of the 2020-2021 season, and having immediately adapted to the Premier League, Arsenal paid a little over £30 million to acquire his services permanently. Still on the transfers, Arsenal are lining up another potential raid on Manchester City, with the Gunners said to hold concrete interest in Ilkay Gundogan. The German is out of contract this summer and could be set to leave the Etihad Stadium on a free transfer. With Swiss international Granit Xhaka expected to leave the club at the end of the season, Arsenal are eyeing a revamp of the midfield in the upcoming transfer window. Should Xhaka leave, Gundogan is reported to be among Arsenal's potential replacements. According to The Athletics, the Gunners hold a concrete interest in the former Borussia Dortmund star, with Mikel Arteta at the heart of the attempt to take him to the Emirates Stadium. Speaking last month, Gundogan suggested that no decision had been taken over his future. He said, and I quote, "There are talks in the background. That's normal with just a couple of months left, but without going too much into detail, there is nothing decided yet from my side or the club side. So the talks are ongoing. Now, if there is a decision, you guys will be the first ones to know." Gundogan is not the only Manchester City player to have been linked with a move to Arsenal this summer. Previous reports have suggested that the North London side are considering a sweep for João Cancelo. Well, Cancelo faces an uncertain future under Pep Guardiola after being allowed to join Bayern Munich on loan in January. Well, it appears unlikely that the German giants will pursue a permanent deal. In order to balance the books, Arsenal will also have to sell a number of players, and there are reports that Albert Sambi Lokonga might be reunited with his former boss Vincent Kompany after working together in Belgium. Lokonga, who signed for Arsenal from Anderlecht in 2001, had made a bright enough start that season, but has since fallen out of favour under Mikel Arteta. The 23-year-old Bengal international made 19 Premier League appearances in his first season, but fell down the pecking order this campaign and moved on loan to Crystal Palace in January, where he has not made much impact. Lokonga has 3 years left on his Arsenal contract, but with the level of competition at the club, it is highly unlikely that he has any kind of future in the first team, with Arteta planning to sign a new central midfielder this summer. There are hopes that his career in the English top flight may still be alive, as his former manager Vincent Kompany may likely sign him, whether on a permanent basis or on loan. The two worked together at Anderlecht and would love to reunite again. The Manchester City legend was attracted to Lokonga on saying that after watching just 2 of his matches, he felt that he could be the next Yaya Toure. Arsenal paid around 17 million for Lokonga in 2021 and would like to recoup as much of that as possible, but may struggle to warrant that full fee after an underwhelming 2 years in England so far. Well, the coming weeks will definitely be interesting, as we expect quite a number of players to be linked to Arsenal, and maybe a possible move to make some of these purchases right before the season begins. Well, I would like for you to leave your thoughts in the comment section on what you think and the players that have been linked so far with Arsenal. Do you also think that we're paying too much attention in the midfield, leaving out other areas in the squad? Or this might just be too early to call? Hopefully we get to see what happens during this transfer season. Again, thank you so much for joining me on the show, and I'll see you some other time.